right, can everybody hear me? Can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me? Very good. All right, and Ruby, I did see you there. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you, man?
Good, yourself?
Well. All right, folks, we are here for our pretrial docket. The way this will work is I'll call you one at a time. Make sure that you know what you are charged with and we can discuss your case. We are on the record right now. We're also streaming live on YouTube. I will point out that while we are doing that live stream, it will not be recorded and will not be accessible. The official court record is done by electronic court reporting. I do have our state attorney and our public defender are on. Would you both please unmute and announce your presence?
Justina Woodley from the Public Defender's Office. Good morning.
Good morning.
Michael Rosinka for the state, Your Honor.
Very good. Everyone who walked in was represented?
Correct. You need to turn that up so I can't, the state can't be heard.
All right. All right, let me go down the list of the folks that I see here on Zoom. If you are currently represented by an attorney, please let me know. And I do have one private attorney who has joined us. Let me pull up that docket here. A moment.
I believe it's
Ms. Contreras.
okay.
Ms. Contreras, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
That was loud. Good morning.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Yes, ma'am. Which case do you have?
Yes, Your Honor. I have Jose Jimenez, case number 20CT2245.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, my client is currently in ICE custody. His next immigration hearing is February 8th, so I would like to request a continuance.
All right. With a waiver?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Rosinka, I know I've bugged you about this before, but we're really having trouble hearing you on your microphone.
Your Honor, I went out and purchased a new microphone. However, I haven't had a chance to test it, and I didn't know if it would work before today's pretrial conference.
All right.
IT has checked everything out, and it's the best this microphone will do. So I can continue to speak louder, and it should be resolved by tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm sorry to keep pestering you about it. It's just if in order for me to turn the volume up so I can hear you, everybody else then blasts at me.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll speak up today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. So no objection to the continuance. Then I'll put it on the private counsel pretrial docket, which is March 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good one.
You too.
May I be-
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day. All right. Do I have any other private counsel with us today? All right, I don't see any. All right, let me start with Mr. Derek Vanderhoof. Good morning, sir. Please unmute.
Morning, Your Honor.
How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
All right, give me one moment. Let me pull up the docket here. Mr. Vanderhoof, you are represented by counsel, Ms. Woodley. This is 19 CT 3020. Counsel, what would you like to do?
If I can get a continuance and he could be instructed to give me a call since he is on Zoom, if I could ask for a updated phone number, please. You don't mind providing it over Zoom, that is.
I don't mind at all. My phone number hasn't changed, though.
There's been a change in dockets, so that could be it. What is it, please?
There have been some personnel changes at the public defender's office, sir. So it would help your new attorney if she has ability.
Okay, definitely. The number is 702-612-3796.
Okay, give me a call this afternoon. My information's online.
Absolutely. But can I just get your phone number?
Of course, 239-252-4099. Thank you, Judge, for your time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll put this on March 4th at 9 o'clock.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Take care.
Sorry, Judge, I wasn't able to understand. Was that with a waiver or without a waiver?
Those are the waiver, yes?
With
Ms. Woodley?
I can't demand speedy. I don't really feel comfortable waiving it at this time.
Well, it's been continued many times. It's a 2019 case. Speedy's been waived multiple times in the past.
Speedy's not really relevant at this point in time. If I could demand speedy right now, I certainly would then waive it, but I can't demand it.
Well, if you're not waiving speedy, I'm setting it for trial. If you're asking for continuance, you're waiving.
Fine,
speedy.
I'm not waiving something I can't demand.
Okay. All right, we're gonna set this for trial then. We'll set this for trial. There'll be trial call on February 8th. Any motion must be filed no later than February 5th at 9 o'clock. Excuse me. And if there's going to be a trial, it'll be on February 9th at 9 o'clock.
All right.
Okay. All right, Mr. Vanderhoof, give Ms. Woodley a call, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you again, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. All right. All right, let's see who's next. All right, I have Justin Burgos. Good morning, sir. Go ahead and unmute, please. So I need you to go ahead and unmute.
How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good, sir. How you doing? I
All right.
apologize about that amount.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see it says Justine, but it's Justin.
Yeah, it's Justine. Yeah, it's right.
All right, Mr. Burgos, I'm gonna have to actually, I'm sorry, I'm gonna actually have to ask you to wait. You're
Okay.
represented by regional counsel, who I expect will join us in just a little bit, but I have to wait for your attorney to log in, okay?
Okay, boss. No
All right,
problem.
sorry about the delay. Yes, sir. All right. All right, I have a lady signed in under the name Tadrika. Ma'am, would you go ahead and unmute, please? Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
What is your last name, please?
Mathis.
All right. This is 20CT33. All right. Ma'am, I think the last time we talked, you were getting pretty.
I have my license.
You got your license? All
Yeah.
right. Good deal. State, please go ahead and check.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Her license is valid.
All right. So what does that do from the state's position?
One moment, from reviewing the plea. The state is willing to amend it to a no valid driver's license with adjudication and costs.
All right. So, ma'am, the state, because you've gotten a valid license, the state's willing to reduce the charge and offer a conviction in court costs. Would you like to accept that plea offer?
Yes. How much is the court cost?
$220.
Okay.
Plus there's a $50 cost of prosecution, so the total is $270.
Okay.
All right. So what I'll need to do, ma'am, is I'll need to give you a date where you can come in and enter that plea. Are you, do you live here in Naples?
Nope. I stay in Miami.
In Miami. All right. So let me see if I can find a date that works for you, ma'am, where you can come over here, because we have to do that in person, okay?
Okay.
But now you can drive here legally. All right. How about, does next Monday afternoon work for you?
I have to check my work schedule. Give me a second.
Okay. If Monday doesn't work, I can offer you next Friday afternoon.
I'm off Wednesday and Thursday.
No, Wednesday and Thursday. All right. All right. Would you like to come in on Thursday morning? Does that work?
Yes.
That works for you, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. All right. So let's do this. Ruby, can we put her on the arraignment docket, please, for a plea? Ma'am, you're driving over from Miami?
Yes.
All right. Ruby, can you put to be heard at 10 o'clock? All right. I know it's on an 8:30 docket, but to be heard at 10. And that way, ma'am, you've got time to drive over here, okay?
Okay.
So we'll try to get here by 10 o'clock.
Okay.
You can resolve your case then, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. We'll see you then, okay?
Okay.
Next Thursday, the 4th. Thursday the 4th, on the 8:30 docket, to be heard at 10 o'clock for a plea.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. I'll see you next Thursday. Thank you, ma'am. All right. I have a gentleman who, I'll address that in a moment. All right, Ms. Maurer, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Who do you have?
I have Sebastian Lagos Varela.
Okay. Currently, I'm still showing public defender on that. Has there been a substitution of counsel done?
I just filed a notice of appearance, I believe, yesterday.
All right.
So I will be taking that for today. I'm just asking for a continuance with a waiver.
All right, Ms. Woodley, I assume you don't mind if Ms. Maurer jumps in today and you'll get the substitution of counsel done?
No, I'll sign a withdrawal.
Very good. All right, then you just asked for continuance today
Yes, please.
with a waiver?
Yes.
All right. March 4th. I'm sorry, March 3rd, excuse me. March 3rd for private counsel pretrial at 9 o'clock.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. All right. This gentleman who walked in the blue shirt, what is his name?
I'm sorry? Come on up, sir. Sit right here. His name is Deontay Clifton.
Your last name again, please, sir?
Clifton.
Clifton. Thank you.
1670, sir.
All right. All right. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
All right. Sir, you're here for a charge
Yes,
of possession of marijuana less than 20 grams. I'm going to ask the state attorney what the offer is on your case. Sir, would you please put, thank you very much. I'm going to ask the state attorney what the offer is on the case and we can discuss your options, okay? All right. Mr. Racinko?
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, $150 fine, 6 months probation, substance abuse evaluation, follow recommendations, random testing, 6 months driver's license suspension, cost of investigation to CCSO, $402, court costs and cost of prosecution.
All right, did you hear all of that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here are your options, sir. If you want, you can accept that plea offer today. Of course, you don't have to. You can maintain a plea of not guilty. I will remind you of the right to have an attorney represent you.
Yes, sir.
You can hire a private attorney, but if you cannot afford a private attorney, you have the right to have a public defender represent you. What would you like to do?
I look for attorney.
You want to look to hire an attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you going to plan to hire a private attorney, or do you want to apply for the public defender's office?
Hire a private attorney.
All right, very good. Then what we can do, sir, is I can give you a new court date and give you some time to do that, all right? In order for me to do that, you have to do something called waiving speedy trial. And all that means is that you have the right to make the state bring this case to trial within 90 days, although that's actually being suspended right now because of the pandemic. Are you willing to say, no, I don't need to have this case resolved quickly. I want to have some more time to work on my case?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Then we're going to set this matter on March 4th at 9:30. Sorry, 9 o'clock. 9:30. Sorry, Ruby. 9 o'clock. And hopefully between now and then you'll be able to find an attorney who can represent you, okay? Before you leave, because we're going to mail you your notice, sir, I just want to make sure I have your correct address. Is it 762 Crestview Lane, number 107?
No, sir.
That's changed?
Yes, sir.
All right, what is your address?
731.
Ruby, can you hear us okay?
Very faintly.
All right, I'll just repeat it. 731
Yes, sir.
Crestview Circle.
Apartment 201, Immokalee, Florida.
Apartment 201 in Immokalee.
Yeah.
And the zip code, please.
Excuse me?
The zip code, please.
34142.
34142. And so we'll mail you your notice for March 4th at 9 o'clock. But good luck, sir, and I'll see you then, okay? Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
Your Honor, if you give me just 1 second to go ahead and update that in the case file.
Yes, take your time. All right, Ruby, just
All right.
you're ready, okay?
I'm ready, Your Honor.
All right, this is Ms. Smith who just entered. All right, Ms. Smith?
Yes.
All right, come on up, ma'am.
Right here.
This is 20 MM 1681. Good morning. All right, ma'am, are you okay? It's all right. Take a breath. It's all right. Take a moment. Nothing bad's going to happen to you today, okay? All right. Take a moment. All right. You all right? All right. Just breathe. Take a moment. Is that chirping happening here in the courtroom, or is that someone's mic?
I'm gonna guess that someone's.
Okay, I didn't think we had those kind of smoke detectors here.
No.
All right, it's all right. No, take a breath, relax. Like I said, nothing bad's gonna happen to you today. All right. All right. Would you like me to wait a moment, talk to somebody else, and give you a moment to correct yourself?
I feel better. I have a panic disorder.
Okay,
So when I get worked up and stressed,
I understand. As I said, take a moment. If you'd like to sit for just a moment, relax. I can talk to someone else and come back to you. Would that help you?
honestly, it would be easy for me if I just got it out.
Sure.
I would like to do.
No problem, ma'am. All right, so Mr. Rosinko, who we have here is Miss Dawn Lee Smith. This is 20 MM 1681. Ma'am, you're here for a charge of petty theft, okay? I'm gonna ask the state attorney what the offer is to resolve your case, and we can talk about your options, okay?
Yeah.
Mr. Rosinko.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is a plea in this case of adjudication, $150 fine, all costs, 6 months probation, shoplifters alternative program, a no trespass at Walmart at 6650 Collier Boulevard. And that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand what he said?
Yes, sir.
No. Then let me tell you what your options are, and then you can tell me what you want to do.
Okay.
All right. Option number one is you can accept the state's plea offer. All right. You'll be done with your case today. Option two is you can maintain your plea of not guilty, and eventually we can start pushing this case towards a trial. Now, you have the right to have an attorney help you with this case and help you decide what's best for your case. You can either hire a private attorney, or if you can't afford one, you can apply for the public defender who can help you.
I think this is like the third time I've been, well, honestly, I just want to be honest with you. And I feel like the more time I let go, the more nervous I get. And you know, I know what I did wrong. I swear I've been paying for what.
I understand that, ma'am, but I don't mean to cut you off, but I will ask you, please put your mask back.
Oh, sorry.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right.
Can I just plead my case? I don't mind going to the classes or paying the restitution. I've had probation before, and I don't have the means to pay, and that I just don't want to end up in jail because I don't have money to pay for the probation.
Well, we don't put people in
classes or paying for what I did. I just don't.
We don't put people in jail for not having money. All right, we don't do that.
So can I just take the probation then? I just want to be done with it.
All right, you tell me you want to accept the state's plea offer. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me, that you want to accept the state's plea offer?
What do I have to report?
You'd have to report to probation today, who's here in this building, okay?
Okay.
Do you feel comfortable doing that today? If you need time to think about it, I can give you time. Yes. Yes, ma'am, I can give you time to think about it. You should not feel under any pressure to make this decision. You have to do, if you want to accept the plea offer, it has to be because you feel it's in your best interest to do so. If you need time to consider your options, I can give you time. Is that what you'd like to do? All right. Now, if you want to sit and think for a moment in the courtroom about your options, I can give you time to do that. It's entirely up to you, ma'am. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna leave here and try to find an attorney. I'm
Okay.
trying to do what's best for me. And I know it's a small thing to someone else, but to me, it's a, you know.
Ma'am, this is a criminal case. This is your case, which means it's important to you and it's important to me. I don't consider this a small matter at all. All right. So let me ask you a question. You said you have money issues. Would you like to apply for the public defender?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's fine. All right. So what I can do, ma'am, I can give you another court date,
Okay.
if you'd like, and you can have time to consider the state's plea offer and decide if you want to take that, if you want to talk to an attorney first, or if you want to reject it and go to a trial, okay?
Okay.
All right. The next court date will be March 4th at 9 o'clock. We're going to mail you a notice. You can write it down on your paper, but we'll also mail you a notice. And I'd like to confirm your address, please.
5645 Coach Circle.
That's what I have, ma'am. All right. All right, ma'am. Have a good day.
This is your case, sir?
Yes,
Is
it's
that
my
with the CD, with the waiver?
That's with the waiver. Yes.
Thank
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Take care, ma'am. We'll see you on March 4th. All right. All right. Oh, hold on. All right. To people who are on the chat, don't worry. Even if I did call you and you weren't here yet, You're not in any trouble. I will get to everybody, I promise, okay? All right, moving on. I've got Marta Chawla signed in. Ma'am, can you unmute, please? Ma'am, can you unmute, please? Ma'am, can you, all right. I'm gonna let you work on that for a moment and I'll come back to you. We might need an interpreter. All right, Mr. Griffin, David Griffin, please unmute.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
All right, you are represented by the Public Defender's Office, Ms. Woodley.
Oh, sorry about that. I was trying to unmute myself and then realizing you couldn't hear me. If I could get a continuance, and you said this was what, Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
I do need an offer for the state attorney. If you could please email me over one so that I can give Mr. Griffin his offer. Mr. Griffin, just please give me a call when either later today or tomorrow.
Ms. Woodley, I don't mean to be difficult, but for example, like Mr. Griffin's case, I know for a fact this has been an ongoing case for quite some time. Plea offers were extended. Did your predecessors not leave you with any notes about their communications with the state attorney's office? Because I hate for us to start from scratch on every single case.
I do not have a plea offer in this case.
Ms. Woodley, I did, I see that it had been revoked in the past. I did offer, again, I sent it out. I apologize late last night. I was in the office yesterday. I don't know if you received that email.
Oh, the one that went in
yeah, there's a whole bunch
morning.
of plea offers in there. So I believe that was in there as.
All right. All right. So, all right. So we'll set this on March 4th at 9 o'clock for the parties to discuss and see where things stand. It has previously been waived. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. See you March 4th at 9 o'clock. Go ahead and give Ms. Woodley a call. The state is extending a new plea offer.
Could I please get her phone number?
Sure.
All my information is online. If you just Google it, it's for everyone. It's 239-252-4099, but it is online.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you for the court's time.
Sure. All right, Mr. Capish, Christopher Capish. Did I pronounce that correctly, sir? Go ahead and unmute.
You hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right.
All right, so this is 20MM166. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
So you're here on a charge of resisting an officer without violence. State, is there a plea offer in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. This is 20 CT 2083, correct, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay.
No. This is 1776.
Okay, my apologies.
There's another case. There's also 20 CT 208.
Thank you, Your Honor. In 20 MM 1776, the offer is adjudication, 10 days jail, and all costs.
Okay. And then in the other case?
In 20 CT 2083, the offer is adjudication, 15 days jail, all costs, and that's concurrent with 20 MM 1776.
All right. All right. So, sir, here are your options. If you'd like to accept those plea offers, we can set a date for you to come to the
I'm gonna go get my driver's license today, and then I'll settle that one. And then the other one, resisting arrest without violence, I just don't. I've always never understood that one. So,
well, if you want to contest that charge, it's certainly your right.
Yeah.
Set the matter for trial. But I have to ask you, do you want to go to trial on a case by yourself, or would you like to have an attorney by your side?
I'm pretty much I'll have want an attorney. I haven't even been to court once yet because I've missed you guys every time I try to be at court, and I was late the last time. So, yeah, I would like to sign up for public defender and him.
Okay.
If we can get a continuance to March 4th, in the meantime, it's Mr. Capish, if you could please call the clerk's office. They might even be able to do it via email to get an application for you to expedite this. This way you can get the application in sooner than later, and we can discuss your case. So I would call the clerk and ask them if they can just send you the application via email to get that done today.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. The sooner you get an application for the public defender, the sooner they're appointed, the more work they can do on your case before your next court date. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this matter to March 4th at 9 o'clock. Now, sir, in order for me to do that, like you said, well, Speedy's already been waived. There's been failures to appear. All right. So, sir, we'll see you March 4th at 9 o'clock. Get that application in. So,
Yes, sir.
See which way this case is going to go. All right. And let me, before you go, since we did have some issues with missing court before, let me just make sure we have your correct address. I think actually the last time we sent you a notice, it got bounced back as undeliverable.
Yeah. I think you guys have the wrong address.
I think we do. And I want to make sure that you get, you never know. We might have to change your court date or anything, and we don't want to miss you. We want to make sure that you get informed of when your court is. So let's make sure we have your correct address. Can you give it to us, please?
Yes, it's 3529 Seagrape Ave.
All right. Is there a house or an apartment?
It's a house. It's all one.
Okay. And that's in Naples, yes?
Yes.
Zip code, please.
34102.
All right. Ruby, you got that? Yeah?
Yes, it's 3529 Seagrape Ave, Naples, 102.
Yep.
All right. All right. Good luck, sir. We'll see you March 4th, okay?
All right.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. I've got attorney Seth LeVay. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
How are you?
How are you? Seth LeVay on behalf of Carlos Jones Vasquez. Thank you so much.
No problem, sir. Carlos Jones Vasquez, one moment. There we go. This is 20 CT 2341 and 20 MM 1938. It looks like you've only gotten your notice of appearance in on one case.
Oh, I did not realize that, Your Honor. I didn't realize that there were two separate. I will be filing a notice of appearance on the second. What's the case number, if I could trouble you for that, Your Honor?
Sure. It's 20 MM 1938. I think the two of cases, they occurred at the same time. They were just separated because one's a CT, one's a misdemeanor.
Got you.
All right. What would you like to do today, sir?
Your Honor, I just received discovery. I'm still going through it. I would ask for a defense continuance at this time.
With the waiver?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Very good. All right. We'll put this on March 3rd at 9 o'clock for private counsel pretrial conference.
Does the state have an offer?
Yes, I do. Would you like me to give it to you now?
If you could, please, I'll convey it to my client.
Yes, sir. In 20 CT 2341, count 1 DUI second within 5 years. The offer is adjudication, $1,000 fine, 12 months probation, no early termination, 60 days jail, credit time served as a condition of probation, 5-year driver's license suspension, DUI school, substance abuse evaluation, file recommendations, random testing, 30-day vehicle impound, 1-year ignition interlock, no alcohol, court costs, and costs of prosecution.
Got it.
In count 2, driving while license suspended or revoked, it's adjudication, $150 fine, court costs, cost of prosecution.
Okay.
And in 20 MM 1938, resisting officer without violence, it's adjudication, $250 fine, court costs, and cost of prosecution. Thank you.
Understood. I will convey it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir. Have a good day.
Be well, be healthy and safe.
Thank you, sir. Take care. All right. I've got Gustavo Aliaga.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
And this is two cases, 20 MM 1467 and 20 CT 1670. Sir, you're here on the following charges. One case of possession of marijuana less than 20 grams, one charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, and a charge of participating in an unlawful race. State, can you give us a plea offer, please?
Yes, Your Honor. In 20 CT 1670, the offer is a withhold, $500 fine, court costs, cost of prosecution, and 1 year driver's license suspension. In 20 MM 1467, the offer is withhold, 6-month probation, no early termination, substance abuse evaluation, follow recommendations, random testing, court cost, and cost of prosecution.
All right. So, Mr. Aliaga, one thing that I hope you caught there is that for the charge of participating in an unlawful race, there's a statutory mandatory 1 year license revocation if you're convicted for the offense. Would you like to speak with an attorney about your options, sir?
Yes, I would like to.
Are you going to hire a private attorney, or would you like to apply for the public defender's office?
I'm going to hire a private attorney.
All right, very good. All right, then let's put this on March 4th, both cases, for pretrial conference. Speedy has previously been waived, and I will see you then, sir.
All right, thank you.
Hold on, before you go, let me just confirm your address. I've got 2221 52nd Lane Southwest. Is that still your address?
Yeah, correct.
All right, we'll send you a notice, sir. Have a good day, okay?
Thank you, you too.
Take care, bye-bye. Mr. Tierney? Good morning, please unmute.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you, sir?
All right, how are you?
Doing well. All right, this is 20 CT 1969. Ms. Whitley, this is your case.
Okay. Justina Woodley on behalf of Chaz Tierney. If I can get a continuance to the March 4th date, I do need to talk to Mr. Tierney.
All right, is this with a waiver?
I guess so.
All right, March 4th at 9 o'clock. State, no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir, we'll see you March 4th at 9 o'clock. You have an opportunity to speak with your attorney.
Do I have any say in the waiver for the speedy?
Well, it's your attorney's call, but here's the deal. I have a trial date coming up on February 8th. And all speedy trial says that the state has to bring a case to trial within 90 days. Now that's been suspended by the Supreme Court because of the pandemic, because we have trouble getting jurors into the building, because we have to make sure we can bring them in safely. And since we can't bring jurors in on a regular basis, the Supreme Court has said we don't have the speedy trial period right now. Even when we move into a phase where that will apply, it will start 90 days after we move into that phase, which we're not at yet.
Right.
So as of right now, it's not a major issue, but what I can't have is when we move into phase 3, a pile of cases that have speedy trial issues.
Right.
So either we're ready for trial or we're waiving speedy trial. Those are the two options.
Yeah, so we can waive. I was just curious on that.
Okay. All right, so March 4th at 9 o'clock.
I do believe you guys have an address of 151 Cypress Way.
Let me double check, sir.
Because I had just recently moved.
I don't think we have that address, Your Honor. We have the 183 5th Street Northwest.
Yeah,
You want to make sure you get notice. Yes, sir.
So I have a new address.
Okay. Can we get it for me, please?
151 Cypress Way East, apartment A103, Naples, Florida, 101? 34110.
All right. You got it, Ruby?
I do, Your Honor. 151 Cypress Way East, apartment A103, 34110.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you. And
And
Ms.
then
Wood. Oh, yes, ma'am.
No, I was just going to say, before moving on to the next case, if I can just have a moment to update the address for the notice to print with the correct updated address.
Okay. So I was saying, Ms. Woodley, and to be clear, if you were announcing ready for trial and I could not provide you with one, then obviously that would not be a waiver of speedy. But if I have trial dates where I can provide a jury trial and you're telling me that the defense is not ready and needs more time, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to force your hand. But that is saying that you're otherwise not ready for trial, and that is a waiver of speedy.
Understood.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I'm all ready with the updated address, so.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Mr. Gianni. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Got Joshua Prasad.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
All right. I've got two cases for you, sir. 20 CT 2039 and 20 MM 1747. You are represented by the Public Defender's Office. Ms. Woodley, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, if I can get a continuance on both of the cases. Mr. Prasad, please give me a call this afternoon. There has been a switch in dockets.
A continuance to when? Because I'm going to treatment center on the 9th of February. So, and I'll be there for 28 days. I don't even know if I can incorporate that in the sentence or something, but.
Well, here's the deal, sir. I certainly do not want to interfere. If you're going to do a 28-day program, I'm not going to interfere with that. Your lawyer can appear on your behalf. I can waive your appearance at the next court date if you're in treatment. I want you to go ahead and get that taken care of. That's what you want to do, okay?
Yeah, it's important to me.
No, no, it's not a problem. I want to encourage you if you think that's what's in your best interest, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. So just make sure what you need to do is before you go into your program, just make sure Ms. Woodley knows where you are.
Okay.
And then she can tell me what's going on and she can represent you in that way. But by all means, take care of yourself. Good luck with that, okay?
All right, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Good luck to you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Tierney. All right, so March 4th at 9 o'clock. And Ms. Woodley, to be explicit about it, Mr. Prasad's appearance is waived for the 4th. And, you can let me know what his status is, okay?
I will. Thank you.
All right. And that was both cases, Ruby.
Thank you, Judge. And again, just to clarify,
I'm sorry, yes?
I just want to make sure for all the remaining cases, if we don't state waiver of speedy, I'm just going to automatically do it.
If it's a continuance, it is a waiver unless we have a discussion to the contrary. I mean, I can be more explicit about it, but I think
I just want to make sure
I don't think I need to beat that horse to death anymore.
Good. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. Rosenko, I apologize. I've not been specifically asking you if you object or not. I figured you will pipe up if you are objecting to me continuing the case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, no objection.
All right. Just let me know. If you have an objection at the continuance, please let me know.
I will speak up. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Oh, good. Mr. Clark is joining us. Mr. Clark, good morning.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
How are you, sir? I do have one of your clients on with us, Mr. Justin Burgos.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yep.
Yes, Judge, I represent Mr. Burgos in 20 CT 1281 and 20 MM 1042.
Yes, sir.
I've been attempting to get in contact with Mr. Burgos. I did receive a call.
I want to apologize about that. I was homeless for a couple months and I just got back on my feet. I just got a job and a phone and everything, and I was going to get in touch with you. I apologize about that.
No, that's fine. I like I said, I received a call from somebody yesterday and I wasn't able to, get back to him. So I know somebody's tried to make some sort of attempt to get in touch with me. But with that said, Judge, I have not been able to communicate with him concerning his cases. So I do need to get some updated contact information for him, and I would ask for the next pretrial conference so that I can discuss the offer and the case with him.
Sure. All right. And that's with the waiver, sir?
Yes.
All right. There'll be March. Would you prefer the public defender docket or the private counsel docket? What's your preference?
The public defender docket's fine, Judge.
All right. March 4th at 9 o'clock, both cases. Mr. Burgos, can you provide Mr. Clark with a good phone number right now, if you don't mind?
Yes, sir. I can give you one right now. Give me 2 seconds. My number is 239-286-3518.
3518?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you, Mr. Burgos. We'll see you on March 4th, okay?
March 4th? Okay, thank you, boss.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you, Judge.
And Mr. Clark, you had a few others?
Yes, sir.
Before we move on.
Okay, sure.
Ruby, I have it as Justine Burgos. I think that's incorrect. I'm pretty sure it's Justine.
No, that's right. It's on my license, was on it like that and everything else, sir.
Your license is
Justine.
J-I-N-E? Or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, it's like that.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Then we got it right. All right. Thank you, sir. Take care.
You have a blessed day. Thank you.
All right. All right, Mr. Clark, I've got Stephen Esteverne.
Yeah, either Esteverne or Esteverne. It's 20mm1585, Judge.
All right. Hold on one moment. Mr. Prasad, you can go. You're free to go, sir. Have a good. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Clark. I'm sorry.
No problem, Judge. On this case, Judge, when are your plea dates in the next couple of weeks? Do you have any?
Yes, sir, I do. I can give you February 1st at 1:30 or February 5th at 1:30. And are you looking for an in-person plea?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Is it
those 2 dates?
February. Can we try the 5th, Judge?
Yes, sir. State, does that work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does your client need an interpreter?
No, he does not need an interpreter.
All right, very good. All right, then February 5th at 1:30 for plea.
Okay, and then Judge, I also have Isabelita Rodriguez, 19mm2048.
Yes, sir.
She didn't happen to show up today, did she? I don't see her on the Zoom.
No, and I've addressed everybody who's showed up in person.
Okay, Judge, I would just ask for the next pretrial conference. I'm still attempting to get in touch with her. I know she was incarcerated at one point after being in Collier. She was transported to either Hendry or Glades, and it looks like she was then released from there. So I just need to do a little more investigation. The bail bonds are the next stop to try to find her.
Okay. No problem. You've been actually very successful at finding people in the past. I've been very impressed.
It takes some doing, Judge. I've been calling a lot of bail bondsmen, but that's kind of the issue. Again, if I have some time to do it, I can usually pull everything together.
I've actually been very impressed with your skills at tracking down folks. All right. State no objection, yes?
No objection, Your Honor.
And with the waiver?
Yes, Judge.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you very much, Judge. I believe that's everything that I have.
Okay, very good.
All right, may I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
You have a great day. Thank you.
Take care. All right. I've got Brian Robson. Okay, unmute. Mr. Robson, good morning.
Morning, Judge.
All right. This is 20mm2022. Ms. Woodley, this is your case.
Yes, if I can get a continuance to the March 4th court date for your next pretrial.
All right. With a waiver?
Yes.
All right, very good.
I
March,
just received the offer this morning, it looks like, as part of that email, so I haven't been able to convey that to him.
certainly. March 4th at 9 o'clock. Okay, sir?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Samantha Slade.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is 20 MM 1575. All right. Ms. Woodley, this is your case.
Yes, if I can get a continuance to the March 4th court date as well to go over discovery.
All right. State no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
With a waiver?
Yes, Your Honor.
March 4th at 9 o'clock. Thank you, Ms. Slade.
Thank you very much.
All right. Kevin Guevara.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Very good. And yourself?
Doing well. This is 19 MM 540.
Correct.
Ms. Woodley, you represent this gentleman?
Yes, it looks like there is an agreement for a plea offer or a resolution, I should say, if I can get a continuance to the next court date for the March 4th date so he can work on the terms that the state and Mr. Wilson were speaking about prior to this court date.
No problem. No objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
With a waiver?
Yes.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
All right.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Have a great one.
You too, sir. Take care. All right. I've got someone signed in under Galaxy S10 Plus. Please unmute. All right. Hello? Somebody
Yes,
under.
sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hi, who do I have here?
Karen Hofert.
Ms. Hofert, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
All right. So Ms. Hofert, I'm glad that you were able to sign in with us today. This is 20 MM 1251. I understand you've been in touch with my judicial assistant, and this is the first time you and I have had a chance to speak.
Yes.
So, ma'am, here's what's going on. As of right now, the attorney who you had hired to represent you is not permitted to practice law anymore. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I can't go into the details about that right now. But what I do want to make sure is that your case is properly addressed.
Yes, sir.
And so here's what I'd like to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the state attorney what the offer is on your case, just so you know what the plea offer is, and then we can talk about what you can do next. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rosinko, go ahead.
Your Honor, the proposal that was discussed with her previous attorney was that we would hold off on filing on 2 pending theft charges. And 1 second, I'm just verifying. Then in 20 MM 1251, it would be a withhold, 12 months probation, may terminate after 6 months, the shoplifter's alternative program, no trespass at targets in Collier County, court costs and cost of prosecution with restitution to target of $269.27, which comes from 2 pending investigations.
All right. So, Ms. Howard, that's the plea offer. Now, I'm not going to ask you to make a decision about that right at the moment. What I'm going to ask you to do is to let me know if you'd like to still have an attorney represent you in this case.
Your Honor, I tried to get a public defender, but they said that I needed to get a motion to withdraw the other attorney. They could not do anything with me until he was off of my case.
All right. Ms. Woodley, Mr. Inferna is, by order of the Supreme Court, prohibited from the practice of law for the foreseeable future. I'm perfectly willing to issue an order discharging Mr. Inferna from any further obligations on this case if Ms. Hofert is otherwise qualified to have the services of the Public Defender's Office.
And I was just going to recommend that she contact the clerk's office immediately to get an application, and they can determine whether she's indigent and meets the requirements for our office's services.
All right, very good. All right, so Ms. Hofert, we just did a whole lot of legalese. What we're saying is this: I'll issue an order today as soon as I get off the bench, discharging your previous counsel. Okay, if that's
Yes,
if that's what you want me to do.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Very good. Then you can, I don't know if you've already filled out an application for the public defender.
They would not let me do that until we got this rectified today.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and continue this matter to March 4th at 9 o'clock. Give it about 24 hours for my order to get into their system. And then you can go ahead and get that application in. And as long as you qualify, then the next time we speak, you'll be represented by the Public Defender's Office, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. One thing I would like to do is just to confirm your physical address, please.
436 Dundee Court, Naples, Florida, 34104.
All right. All right. You know how to reach my office for Zoom codes for your next court date?
Yes, Your Honor.
You know, if you're unable to qualify or able to get that done, please make sure you reach out to my judicial assistant and get those Zoom codes so you know how to appear, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Ms. Chawla, can you hear me okay? Ma'am? Ms. Chawla, can you hear me? Ms. Chawla, can you unmute for me? Do we know if this lady requires an interpreter? Ruby, do we have any record?
Yeah, sorry, Judge. There's nothing indicating here stating that she needs an interpreter.
Ms. Chawla, can you unmute for me? I don't know how else to communicate this across. I could try doing a chat.
Your Honor, the case report indicates that Spanish is her first language.
All right. Can we reach out to the interpreter's office and see if we can get an interpreter, please?
You want on Zoom or in person, sir?
Doesn't matter. All right. In the meantime, Ms. Woodley, let's go through the rest of your cases.
All right, starting at the top of the docket, Catherine Alvale, 19mm2111. She was offered diversion and did complete the 16 hours of community service and did the anti-theft course. She just has to provide that to diversion. If I can get a continuance so she can turn those 2 items, the login and a certification in, if I can get a continuance so she can do that.
All right. The way I had done this with your predecessors, and it worked pretty well, unless I hear an objection from the state, I'm assuming they're not objecting to any request for a continuance. Ruby, unless asked for otherwise, all continuances will be to March 4th at 9 o'clock. And Ms. Woodley, like I said, I promise I'm not doing this to beat a dead horse, I promise, but unless you have a specific, reason otherwise.
With a waiver.
With a waiver, yes. All right. So 19mm2111, March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you. Next would be Alyssa Alvarez, 19CT2347. This is this has been continued quite a few times. If we just put this on a trial call list and we'll see what happens.
Oh, you have any notes about whether or not your client is likely to obtain a valid license?
They are trying to get a license.
All right.
If there was a later trial call list, I would ask, or later trial call, a second trial call date for next month. That's what I would actually be asking for.
If I had that, I would offer it, to be sure. Ms. Woodley, I know you and I are new with each other. I assure you, I give people as much time as humanly possible if they are making a genuine effort to obtain their licenses. I would much prefer that they manage to get themselves in compliance with the law, than just try to get swift resolutions. But at a certain point, obviously, I have to resolve a case. How long have we had this case going for? I mean, this case has been going on since last October, and by last year I mean October of 19. All right, let's set it for status on February 8th, and you can speak with your client and hope for the best.
All right. Then William August 20mm1312. If we could set this for trial call.
All right, and this is for trial.
For trial.
All right. State, you ready? You want to do on Zoom?
So, I'm here, or I can go back and.
Do you have the
I
Zoom?
can probably hear better on Zoom.
Did Sarah send you the Zoom codes?
I believe she did. I remember seeing something from Sarah about Judge Brown's. So I'll relay them.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Sorry for the interruption. We were talking about William August 20mm1312.
Yes, we're ready for trial.
He's ready.
Right. You ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right. February 8th, 9 o'clock for status. Once again, no jurors, no witnesses. Motion cutoff will be February 5th at 5 p.m. And I wasn't saying this earlier, but to be clear, negotiated pleas will be continued to be accepted through status, obviously. But once I bring jurors into the building, we're going to make use of their time. All right.
Okay. Understood.
Okay. All right. Next case, please.
Jorge Barrios in 20mm1709. I do need an offer for this, Mr. And I see Michael is your first name. I'm sorry, I don't know your last name.
Rusenko.
Rusenko, if you could please send me an offer in this case.
Okay, will do. It looks like it was sent out in December, but I will send it again.
Oh, all right.
All right.
If I can get a continuance to March.
I'm here to introduce you to. You are the public defender and state attorney on this docket. Welcome.
Oh, never met.
A good time for formal introductions. Give you all an opportunity to work together. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you need a continuance in this case to review the offer?
Yes. Yes,
Very
to
good.
March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Jeremy Bowling, 20mm695. If I can get a continuance to the March 4th with waiver. And I do need to review, just look if there's any video for this case.
Okay. March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Helen Brown, 19CT2733. If I can get a continuance to the March 4th with a waiver to review discovery with Ms. Brown.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Michael Butson in 20mm1336. If we can put this for trial call.
All right. State, you ready?
Your Honor, we have the arresting officer out from the 9th, out the 9th through the 10th.
All right. Maybe the 11th or the 12th?
Yes, we'd be ready by the 12th. I would just need time to talk with him before that.
Well, the 12th is
He should be back on the 11th. So the 12th, we would be
We
ready.
could try the case on the 11th.
Uh,
I won't start a trial on Friday because I don't have the ability to roll it over any further.
okay.
But I can start a trial on the 11th because if it runs into a second day, we've got the 12th.
Yes, Your Honor. That's fine. Thank you.
All right, so let's set it for trial call on the 8th with the understanding that if there is a trial, it'll be on the 11th, so state you can issue your subpoenas for that date,
Thank you.
and then we can go from there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right?
And next would be Frederick Carr in 20 CT 46. He is working on getting his driver's license. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
All right, March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Next would be and I'm gonna butcher this name. It's Cisneros, I believe, 20 CT 1589.
I've actually got another one, 1965.
Yes, and I just received for 20 mm 1965 and for 20 CT 1589 an offer this morning. So I do need to go over the offer with this client. And they are working on getting their driver's license. So for both those reasons, if I can get a continuance to March 4th with the waiver.
All right, March 4th, 9 o'clock, both cases.
Mark Allen Clegg, 19 CT 2565. If I can get a continuance, he is working on getting a driver's license to the March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock. All right, Ms. Worthy, I'm going to interrupt you for just one moment. Let's see if we can address Ms. Chala's case, okay?
Certainly.
Morning, Jorge. Go ahead and unmute, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, if you would ask Ms. Chala if she could unmute for us and see if she understands this.
Señora Chala, por favor, desactive el silencio, active el sonido y díganos si nos puede escuchar. Yes.
There we go. All right. Please tell her I want to thank her for her patience. I'm sorry it took us so long to get to her.
Señor, el juez quiere darle las gracias por ser tan paciente. Yo sé que ha estado esperando un rato.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, this is 20 mm 1899.
Este es 20 mm 1899.
Ma'am, you're here for a charge of petty theft.
Señora, usted está aquí por el cargo de hurto menor.
I'm going to ask the state attorney what the offer is on your case.
Yo le voy a preguntar al fiscal cuál es la oferta en su caso.
And then we can discuss your options.
Y entonces podemos hablar acerca de sus opciones.
State, what is the offer, please?
Okay.
¿Cuál es la oferta, por favor?
Your Honor, the offer is a diversion with a no trespass at Walmart at 5420 Juliet Boulevard, or withhold $150 fine, 6 months probation, shoplifters alternative program, and a no.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for going too quick.
I have, Your Honor, the diversion, no trespass, Walmart, 5420 Juliet Boulevard. That was one offer, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat the other offer, please?
Yes, sir. My apologies. It's
That's okay.
Withhold $150 fine, 6 months probation, shoplifters alternative program, and a no trespass at Walmart, 5420 Juliet Boulevard, Naples.
Okay, la oferta es, número 1, el programa de desviación, una orden que le prohíbe ir al Walmart localizado en el 5420 Juliet Boulevard. Y la otra oferta es, no sería condenada culpable formalmente, multa de $150, probatoria de 6 meses, tiene que asistir a las clases para personas acusadas de robar en una tienda. Was there something else after shoplifters program? No, the no trespass, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Y también se le prohibía ir al Walmart localizado en la 5420 Juliet Boulevard.
All right. So, Ms. Chala, do you understand the two different plea offers?
Así que, señora Chala, ¿usted entiende entonces las dos ofertas que se le están haciendo para declararse culpable por acuerdo?
Okay.
Okay.
Option number 1 is a program called diversion.
La opción número 1 es un programa que se llama desviación.
If you sign up for it and successfully complete it,
go ahead, John.
If you sign up for it and successfully complete it, the state will dismiss the charge.
Si usted se matricula en ese programa y lo termina satisfactoriamente, la fiscalía retiraría el cargo en su contra.
¿En qué, cómo tengo que hacerlo? No sé, ¿a dónde tengo que ir?
What do I have to do? I don't know. Where would I have to go?
You can come down to the courthouse,
Se puede venir al tribunal,
go to county probation.
a la oficina de la libertad probatoria del condado.
That's who runs this program for us.
Esa es la organización que administra el programa para nosotros.
Tell them you'd like to sign up for diversion.
Usted le puede dejar saber que se quiere matricular para el programa de desviación
And they will assist you.
y ellos le ayudarían.
So that's if you want to do it.
Eso es si usted quiere aceptar eso.
Okay.
Now, I will remind you, you have the right to have a lawyer help you make a decision in your case.
Sin embargo, entienda que usted tiene el derecho de tener un abogado para que le ayude a tomar decisiones en cuanto a su caso.
What would you like to do?
¿Qué le gustaría hacer?
Yo quiero una escuelita. Yo sé que yo cometí ese error, pero yo quiero la escuelita. Yo
I
quiero
would like to go to the little school. I know I made that mistake,
Para
but I
terminarlo
just
lo
want
más
to
rápido
go to the little school. Perdón, señora?
para terminarlo lo más rápido posible.
To finish this as quickly as possible.
Okay. All right, then what I'm going to do, ma'am, is I'm going to give you a new court date.
Oye, entonces, señora, lo que voy a hacer es que le voy a dar otra fecha para otra audiencia en el tribunal.
The new court date is going to be March 4th.
La nueva audiencia en el tribunal va a ser el 4 de marzo
at 9 o'clock.
a las 9.
If you have signed a contract for diversion,
Si
you do not,
usted, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. If you signed a contract for diversion before then, you do not need to come back for your next court date.
Si usted ya ha firmado un contrato para el programa de desviación antes de esa fecha, no tiene que venir aquí en esa fecha.
But if you have not signed up for diversion, you must attend court on March 4th at 9 o'clock.
Pero si usted no se ha matriculado en ese programa, usted tiene que venir al tribunal para esa audiencia el 4 de marzo a las 9.
Ya yo firmé un papel, el día que yo salí de ahí la primera vez, yo firmé un papel ahí que me dieron a firmar.
I already signed a piece of paper. The first time I was there, I signed a piece of paper already.
Okay, but you need to come to the courthouse
Pero usted necesita venir al tribunal
and sign a contract for diversion if that's what you want to do.
y firmar un contrato para el programa de desviación si eso es lo que usted desea hacer.
¿Cuándo tengo que ir?
When do I have to go?
Sometime between now and March 4th.
En cualquier momento entre ahora y el 4 de marzo.
Ok,
You understand?
Okay, ¿entiende?
ok.
Okay.
Do you know where you need to go?
¿Usted sabe dónde usted tiene que ir?
Bueno, es a donde fui la primera vez que estuve con el juez.
Well, it's where I went the first time when I
Ahí en la
went to see the judge, right? In the
Correct.
courthouse?
Building.
Correcto.
You ask for county probation. They're on
Y
the
cuando,
first floor.
y cuando venga, tiene que preguntar por la oficina de la libertad probatoria del condado. Está en el primer piso.
Ok.
All right?
Okay.
May I confirm your address, please?
Muy bien. ¿Me permite confirmar su dirección, por favor?
Un momentito.
1 minute.
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Can you tell me your address, please?
¿Puede decirme su dirección, por favor?
Ok, un momentito.
Okay, 1 moment.
Que la tengo aquí en el teléfono.
I have it on the phone.
Okay.
Está bien.
No sé eso. 3641
3641
22 ND
22 MD.
ND ND
22nd.
Yes, well, yeah, she said 22nd, but she said something else. MD, NG, I don't know what it is, Your Honor.
22ND, 22nd.
Oh, but 22nd ND?
ND, right? 22nd.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
22nd Avenue. Is that it?
Did you say?
I asked her if it's 22nd Avenue.
Es 22, la avenida 22.
Sí. Ok.
Yes.
All right, we still have the
Avenida Naples, Florida.
Avenue, Naples, Florida.
34120.
34120.
all right, we still have the correct address.
Muy bien, todavía tenemos la dirección correcta.
All right. Yes, Ruby?
How did you know? Just to clarify, the reason why it did not show that she needed an interpreter, she did not appear 24s.
Right.
So did you want me to enter in a request for a translator?
Solamente me quería verificar, parece que ella no vino a las 24 y por eso no aparecía, no indicaba que necesitaba un intérprete. ¿Usted quiere que yo indique eso en el caso?
All right. Yes, please. Let's put
Yes,
that down.
sí, por favor.
If we have any future court dates, we'll know.
Gracias, gracias.
Si hay unas citas en el tribunal en el futuro, pues vamos a saber. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Gracias, señora. Cuídese.
Gracias a usted, gracias. Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. Have a good day.
You're welcome, Your Honor. I'm here if you need me.
All right, thanks, sir. Bye. All right. Ms. Woodley, thank you for your patience. Let's,
No problem.
all right, where do we leave off?
We left off at Mark Corey in 20MM1318. It's a petty theft. I do need to review the discovery with him if I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
And next would be Dwayne Crocker in 20 CT 1957 and 20 MM 1593, ready for trial.
State, you ready?
One moment, Your Honor. I'm just double checking my witnesses.
Sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. February 8th, 9 o'clock for status. Anticipated trial date of February 9th. All right.
Francisco Diego, 20 MM 1239. I do need an offer, so if I can get a continuance to March 4th date with waiver to discuss any offer the state might have.
All right. March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Brandon Diepa, 19 CT 2529. If I can get a continuance to the March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Stanley Edward, 20 CT 1268. If I can put this on a plea date, he is ready to accept the state's offer.
You want an in-person plea?
An in-person plea, please.
All right. I can offer you Monday the 1st at 1:30 or Friday the 5th at 1:30.
If we could do the 5th.
Okay. Friday the 5th, 1:30 for plea.
All right, thank you. Sammy Elias, 20 CT 658. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
All right. March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Richard Fury in 20 MM 1823. I received the offer this morning in that email, so I do need to discuss that with my client. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Jeremiah Giles, 20 CT 2020. He does need to review the video, so I'm making a copy to get to him immediately. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Angela Goff, 20 MM 1649. There might be a motion that I need to explore with my client for this case, so if I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
Okay. March 4th at 9.
Kayla Gralla and has 3 cases, 19 CT 2967, 19 MM 2407, and 20 MM 416. On all 3 cases, we're ready for trial.
State, you ready?
One moment, Your Honor. I have a witness out on one of them. I just want to double check which case it is.
Sure.
The state is ready. He's out till the 8th, but he's not necessary. So. Ready.
All right. There is a pending motion to consolidate in 19 CT 2967 and 19 MM 2407.
Is there a hearing to have that heard?
It was noticed for today.
Oh.
No, it was originally set to be heard on January 4th, but I have it on my docket. All right, are you objecting to the motion to consolidate?
Yes, the officer said that he completed his investigation. These are two separate incidents. There's no legal basis to consolidate them because they were separate instances, and they, even in the four corners of the police report, state by the officer he completed his investigation, left, walked away, went to his cruiser.
Mr. Rosinko, what are the charges in each case? You've got 2967, which is a reckless driving. And then the other case is 2407. Which is a battery and resisting. Mr. Rosinko?
Yes, Your Honor. My apologies. I'm just looking into one thing. Your Honor, I believe they all came out of the same incident, which is why we were, why we were looking to consolidate it. There was the reckless driving was when she had driven off from the officer before the battery had occurred.
Oh, it appears. Hold on.
Which is when she drove off recklessly and then went to the home of her mother where the battery occurred. Is that?
Okay, so I see. That's interesting. All right. Actually, I'm going to have to think about this one. I'm going to reserve on this time. I'll obviously give you all the decision prior to trial. But otherwise, all three cases will be set at this time. State, just so we all know, if the motion to consolidate is denied, which case would you want to go forward on first? So the defense is prepared.
The state would like to go forward on the battery.
Okay, so that'll be your priority case if the motion to consolidate is denied.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, but otherwise, all three cases will be set for. And to be clear for the record, when you say it'll be the battery, that's 19 MM 2407.
Actually, Your Honor, my apologies. One more second, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Your Honor, actually, if I could actually ask to move forward on the resisting charge in 20.
Well, the I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
move to try the resisting charge in. I'm sorry. I forget which resisting charge. I just had to.
There's a resisting charge in 416, in 20 mm 416, along with the misuse of 911. And then there's a resisting charge along with the battery in 19 mm 2407.
Yeah, it is the one along with
Case
that.
number are you going to want to go forward on first?
My apologies. I got the resisting charges mixed up. The 19 mm 2407.
All right, the battery and the resisting, those two counts is the case that you're going to want to go on first.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good.
Thank you. Sorry
All right,
for the
that's if
confusion.
the motion to consolidate is denied. Obviously, if it's granted, then 2967 will be tried at the same time.
Yes,
All right, very good. All three cases, February 8th for status / calendar call. All right. All right, next case, please.
Next would be David. Actually, we called David Griffin. I'm sorry. I was going to call that again. Next would be Alberto Guerra Velquez, maybe 20 mm 1526.
Guerra Velasquez?
Yes.
All right. 20 mm 1526. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I do have a Daubert motion I'm going to be filing. I was shocked to see this on the docket. We do have marijuana still on some dockets here. So
I'm still pursuing these cases.
So I'll be filing a Daubert motion here if I can get a continuance so I can get that filed and have a request hearing.
Sure. March 4th, 9 o'clock, and you'll just get your motion calendar.
Thank you.
Okay.
And next would be Christina Hallahan in 20 mm 1134. I do have a motion in that case as well if I can get this moved to March 4th with waiver.
You have a motion that you intend to file or it has been filed?
I intend to file it. I just need some time to finish writing it up.
Yes, ma'am, of course. March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Samuel Handy, 20 CT 2538. I do need an offer, but I'm not sure if that was in the email from this morning or not.
I don't have it.
One more time, please.
I'm sorry, what was the name of the defendant, please?
Samuel Handy, 20 CT 2538.
That fled out.
That fled out when?
That's off the docket? Okay, that's it. All right, perfect. That next one would be Darwin Hernandez Rodriguez in 20 mm 1000. If I can get a continuance to next pretrial and 3-4 with waiver.
All right, March 4th, 9 o'clock.
And next, Mark Hoy in 20 CT 905. If I can get a continuance in, he actually has 3 cases, 20 CT 1491, 20 mm 1057, and then 20 CT 905. He is in Cape Cod in patient treatment. So he's in contact with me and Mr. Wilson, and he has been in contact the whole time. So if I can get a continuance on all 3 of his cases.
I'm very familiar with Mr. Hoy. I'm glad to hear that he's still doing well in treatment. Mr. Wilson had promised me he was going to keep me apprised of his progress. He seems to really be making an effort. He's been in treatment for months.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Keep me posted, please.
I will.
March 4th at 9 o'clock, all 3 cases. I really hope he's successful. All right.
And next would be Jean Kane in 20 mm 1557. And if I can get a continuance, we're going to be doing a competency evaluation in this case.
All right.
Is that on both cases? I see 2 cases for Jean Kane.
I am only showing 1.
Does have 2 cases.
Oh, Attorney Armpriester is the attorney on the.
Yes, that would include both of them for the evaluation.
All right. So 20 mm 1557 and 20 mm 2088, March 4th, 9 o'clock, and just please give me the motion for competency evaluation as soon as possible.
All right, Sebastian Varela and 20 mm 1932. If I can get a continuance on this, and if I can have an offer sent over to me as well in the meantime.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
And next would be Laredo, 20 mm 1462.
I don't have that case.
This might have been dropped.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Looks like it was dropped. Haley Lukovic and 20 mm 854. If I can get a continuance, I do need to go over the video that's in this case with her. If I can get this to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Austin Mackin, 19 mm 2391. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Franklin Marturkias and 20 mm 1770. If I can get a continuance into, actually, yes, if I can get a continuance to March 4th.
All right, March 4th at 9.
Sammy Martinez, 20 mm 112. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
John McLeaf, 20 CT 662. And if I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th at 9.
Harry McRae, 20 CT 1997. I think I received the offer this morning, so I do need to go over that offer with him. If I can get a continuance to March 4th.
Okay, March 4th at 9.
Elena Melnikov, maybe 20 mm 939. This is, we're asking for a bench trial.
All right. The bench trials are a little easier to come by. State, do you have your witness availability?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment, please. No witness issues, Your Honor.
All right. Let's see if I can find a good date to do this. How many witnesses are we talking about?
There is one officer and 2 civilians.
Okay. Let's do this. How far out do you have your availability?
It's as far as the I have no issues listed for the witnesses at this time, and the officer, if I were to subpoena him at this point, he has no leave listed or submitted at this time. So the witnesses, I don't have an exact time when they're available till.
All right. I can present you all with 2 options. Option number 1 is I can set it for February 8th for a status, and we can have this bench trial as sort of a standby, where, you know, if any one of the days that week I end up not having a jury, I'm happy to do a bench trial on that day. And we just sort of have everybody on standby. That's option 1. Option 2 is I can go ahead and just outright set this to be heard on March 8th at 1:30 on my regular non-jury trial docket. And then that'll just be the date and time that it gets heard. What would be your preference?
Either one is fine with me. We can use this as a standby if that makes more sense practically.
It would be my preference to do it that way, Mr. Rosinko, because we'll see how the week goes. Especially if for some reason the numbers go up and I'm not allowed to have jurors, or if everything plays out, one way or another. If I've got time that week, I'd rather just go ahead and have a bench trial. But I know what that also does, though, is it put your witnesses sort of in limbo on that. So it's the preference for frankly for my own convenience to do it that way. But I recognize it may put some inconvenience on your witnesses. So do you have a preference?
Without having a set date for the witnesses, I would prefer the 8th, but there's no reason why I wouldn't be available during the week of the March 8th. There's no reason I wouldn't be available during the week of February 8th. So.
All right.
My preference is.
The problem is you have to get subpoenas out.
Yes. So I have to get subpoenas out, and so my preference would be March, but I am available during February 8th if it works for the court.
All right. Let's do this. Let's set it February 8th for status. Get your subpoenas out, but let your witnesses know that this is a standby trial if the jury trials don't go. So, don't have them show up in the courtroom on February 9th unless they hear from you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And, my apologies for any inconvenience that it might cause. If it does present some sort of inconvenience for your witnesses, let me know on the 8th and we'll just move it to March 8th for the set date.
Thank you. Thank you for the
Fair enough?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. So Ruby, I know that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Just put February 8th for status.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Million Milans in 20 CT 497. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
All right, March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Colin Miles 20 MM 499. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th at
9. Cedric Milton 20 MM 480. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Nicholas Juan, 20 CT 1852. If we could set this for trial call.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, February 8th, 9 o'clock for trial call.
Joshua Norris, 20 CT 1007. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th at 9.
Lee Autumns, 20 MM 868. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th at 9.
Andres, I believe it's Andres, 20 CT 2423. Set this for trial call.
Okay.
One moment, please.
Sure.
Oh, because I'm just double checking in my files. We don't have you listed in our files, and it looks like discovery hadn't gone out on this yet. I do see in Showcase it's just listed as the PD's office. So, have you received discovery on this?
I just have the police report and I don't have video.
Okay. There's no issues here. I didn't see the discovery went out. I just wanted to check with you first. We never received a demand.
Well, that would be because there's been no notice of appearance or demand for discovery filed. Looks like there was an appointment made by me on the jail arraignment docket. Is your client in custody?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And you're ready for trial?
Unless there's discovery that you have that I have not seen, that changes things.
Well, I have videos here. We can. If you do the notice appearance, I can certainly have it sent out. It's up to you.
Okay. All right. But otherwise, State, are you ready?
We are ready.
Okay. There's still plenty of time. There's 2 weeks. So as long as,
I'll ask for a continuance if I need one.
that's fine. But we've got 2 weeks. So as long as you get the NOA and demand for discovery out this time for reciprocal discovery, if anything comes up during that time that requires a continuance, just let me know.
Thank you.
But otherwise, State, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. February 8th, 9 o'clock.
Next would be Sandra Babel and 19MM2482. If I can get a continuance on this case to March 4th with waiver.
Okay. March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Next would be Charlie Frey and 20MM1618. I do have a Daubert motion. If I can get a continuance in this for March 4th with waiver.
March 4th, 9 o'clock.
James Prudhomme, 20MM861. I received the offer this morning, so I do need to discuss that with him. He is in custody. If we can move him maybe to the 215 docket for
Yes.
24s, since this is a time served offer, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all. You wanted 215 today?
If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it.
That's fine. Let's put it on 215 docket, please, for a plea.
And next would be Michelle Puente, 20CT40. I have a motion to dismiss that I need to file and have a hearing on. If I can get a continuance to the March 4th pretrial date.
All right. Is it a C4 motion or is it an evidentiary hearing?
It's a C4 motion.
Okay. All right, March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Sorry, that was for Michelle Puente?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So March 4th was, okay, thank you.
Next would be Fernando Quelles in 20CT2242. He is working on getting a driver's license. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
I don't see that case. What's the case number?
It's 20CT2242.
I don't have that. Is it just me?
Maybe it could have just got dropped because he was about to get his driver's license. So let me just double check.
That is actually set, let me see here.
Fernando Quelles?
Yes.
He's set on March 4th at 9 a.m.
Okay,
Right.
perfect. We already covered it then.
Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
How did I do that yesterday?
Actually, hold on 1 second. Oh, there was an order granting continuance.
Oh, I did not know he was represented. He had sent me. I apologize. I did not realize he was represented, Ms. Woodley. He had sent me a communication indicating that he had COVID and needed a continuance. I just granted it. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Next, Victor Reyes Hernandez, 20CT1813, ready for trial.
Your Honor, I think this
Yes.
defendant has 2 cases.
Yes, 20MM1587.
All right. State, you ready?
Honor, please.
I'm sorry, Ms. Woodley, did you say ready for both cases?
For both cases.
Thank you.
State is ready, Your Honor.
All right, February 8th, 9 o'clock, both cases.
Demacia Rice, 20 CT 1244. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
All right, March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Megan Rogerson in 20 CT 1277. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
Okay, March 4th at 9.
Juan, oh my lord, Rojab?
We've been going with Rohop. That's what we've been going with. Until we hear otherwise, I think that.
These are the most interesting names on the docket.
Oh yes.
20 CT 1028. He does need a Quiche interpreter. So if we can get a continuance, I do need to reach out to make sure we have one of them ready for this should be a resolve in a plea.
Ms. Woodley, I gotta tell you, your predecessor, we did have this case set for a plea. We had a Quiche interpreter. He still had some difficulty understanding everything.
That's I saw those notes and it looks.
You're going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm requesting, obviously, do your best to really have a thorough conversation with him beforehand, because even though we had an interpreter there, I think he really still had a lot of trouble understanding what was going on and what we were discussing. And so I had to continue the matter because he just wasn't following along, even though we had an interpreter. So I just want to give you that heads up.
I appreciate it.
All right. Good luck.
I might need it.
Yes, March 4th, 9 o'clock.
Fernando Roland in 20 MM1718. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th at 9.
And 20 MM1774. Wilfredo Rosales Turquios. He's in custody. This is the only case. We can set this for trial.
State, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
And as I indicated earlier, obviously the folks who are in custody take the top priority. If they're in custody and this is the matter that's holding them, by all means, they will have they jump to the front of the line for trials. All right. So I'm sorry, you said you're ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. February 8th, 9 o'clock.
Jonathan Sanchez, 20 MM1974. If we can get continuance to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th at 9.
Jennifer Sanders, 20 MM1777. If I can also get a continuance to March 4th with a waiver.
March 4th at 9.
Robin Sisson in 20 MM444. If I can get a continuance in this case to March 4th with waiver.
March 4th at 9.
Samantha Slade, 20 MM1575. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
I believe we already called her this morning.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
No
We
problem.
did.
All right.
Next would be Ladisha Stinton in 20 CT 1462. I'm asking for a final continuance. She should have her driver's license by the next court date. She did pay off $900. She's just waiting 8 days. There's a lapse in when the DMV is going to be able to give her her license.
No problem. March 4th at 9.
Thank you. And Jonah Stringfield, 20 MM624. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
Okay, March 4th at 9.
And Mark Thomas, 20 CT 420. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with a waiver.
March 4th at 9.
Matteo Thomas, 20 CT 1816. Ready for trial.
Okay.
Ready for trial, Your Honor.
Very good. February 8th, 9 o'clock.
Jose Trejo, 20 CT 2060. Ready for trial.
State ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. February 8th, 9 o'clock.
Valdez, 20 mm 550. If I can get a continuance to March 4th with waiver.
Okay, March 4th at 9.
We covered yes, we did Vanderhoof. Jordan Vasquez, 20 CT 676, ready for trial.
State you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. February 8th, 9 o'clock.
And Warren, 19 mm 1244. I do need to review the discovery in this case if I can get a continuance to March 4th.
Okay, March 4th at 9.
20 CT 470, Brian Wood. Is this a DUI or a reckless, Mr. Rasinko?
It's a DUI.
Okay, if we can set this for a trial.
Okay. State you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. February 8th, 9 o'clock. And I think that's all of them. I've got Alex Alexander, 20 mm 1541. The charge of resisting. It was ROR'd.
Alexander, I'm sorry, what was that?
Alex D. Alexander. Court found no.
That's right.
ROR'd, but he has an ICE hold, or had an ICE hold. So I have no idea.
I believe he might have been deported. I'm not sure. My investigator is looking into that. If I can get a continuance while my investigator calls, I'm really not 100% sure at this point.
Yep, no, that's fine. March 4th at 9.
Thank
and
you.
See where Mr. Alexander is. Hopefully, we'll find out.
I should know more next time, hopefully.
All right, so I think that's all the PD cases. So listen, we've got a whole bunch of cases now set for trial, which is great. I said, if I can, I would love, if I have jurors, I would love to try 2 cases that week. I said, to be very clear, the folks who are in custody, if this is the case that's holding them, they will go first. But after that tier, while I have a preference to try older cases, I'm not guaranteeing that the older cases are the ones that are going to go first. For example, a case where we've had a victim, who's waited a year for their day in court might take priority over a DWS or a simple DUI case, even if those cases might be older. Or, a defendant for that reason, who's been saying, I'm ready for trial for the last year. They may take priority over an older case, depending on the nature of it. And I'll listen to counsel, as to why they feel their case should take the priority over somebody else. I'm telling you this because I'm going to strongly encourage you all to talk to each other and see what you can work out between now and then. Because I'm not making any guarantees beyond the folks who are in custody as to who's going to go first, or any one of those cases could go. Fair enough?
That's fine. I'm ready to go on all of them, so.
Very good. All right, thank you both. And Mr. Rasinga, we have a couple of no-shows of the unrepresented folks. We're not quite done. Ms. Woodley, I do want to thank you as well. I know you were tossed into this docket less than a week ago. Now, I appreciate the work you put in to get prepared for today. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. And I will see you this afternoon for 24s.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. All right, so I've got 20 mm 1467 and 20 CT 1670, Gustavo Alejandro Aliaga. Let's take a look.
Your Honor, I believe he was here this morning.
He was?
I believe so. We continued him this morning.
Oh, I just forgot to check off the case.
I believe so, because he had 2 cases, and I think he was here for those.
Okay, what do we do? Did I just continue him?
We did. We continued them to the next pre-trial. Give me one second here.
He was going to get
there we go. Okay,
Yeah,
I just checked the box. Good deal.
Okay.
Was it? Did they do the same thing? Was Christopher Capish here as well?
He
19
was.
1776?
He was, Your Honor.
What about Bruce Noel?
He was not. I don't believe he was here.
All right. So one no-show on the entire docket. That's excellent. And that was returned as undeliverable, our notice for today. Forward time expired. Uh-oh. All right. Well, let's see. Was the defendant present on December 4th? Was.
Mm-hmm.
When was the notice sent for today? It was sent
The 4th, I believe.
5210 Broward Street. All right. So it looks like he was here on the 4th. We have notice for today. State?
Your Honor, can we renotice him?
Yes. He might actually be in custody. There was an order to revoke bond on a Lee County felony back in November. You know what? Let's find out real quick. We can send notice to the jail. Give me just a moment. Well, according to the sheriff's office, he's not in custody. All right. We can renotice, but we don't have a good address.
I'm not sure, Your Honor, but there was the order. Let me see here. I don't know if I just lost it. I think there was a different address on the return mail for Duras. I'm not sure if it was forwarded to that address, but we can attempt to do it there.
Let's try that. Let's try sending it to the 113 Durrell Circle.
Your Honor, I would have requested an in-person doc, but if he was here on the 4th, I wanted to give him a shot if there's a new address.
No, I agree. I completely agree. It just, if we don't have an address to send it to,
Yes.
a pointless exercise. But let's try sending it to that Durrell address and see if we can reach him there for March 4th.
Okay, so let me just print that address out. Okay. Okay, so we're just continuing him to March 4th?
Yes.
With the new address? Okay, so.
And I think that's everyone. All right. Well, thank you to you both, Mr. Rosinko. I'm really looking forward to your new microphone.
Thank you. I will get it working this afternoon. Hopefully it'll be okay. So
I hope so. Did they make you pay for it out of your own pocket?
Yeah, they said this is all they could do for me. So I tried this one, and hopefully it'll work. So I apologize if there's any technical issues tomorrow, but I'll give it a shot.
We'll give it our best shot. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ruby. Have a great day.